What happened to Sri Lanka?
The extraordinary levels of corruption in Sri Lanka's government led the siphoning off of an enormous amount of public funds. How have our former top officials become entangled in this web of misappropriation? Here is one example. Do you remember the building in Rajagiriya for the Ministry of Agriculture involved in the scandal of misused public funds? In 2015, the Government of Good Governance decided to relocate the Ministry of Agriculture from its established site at the Govijana Mandiraya in Bathramulla to Rajagiriya. This move was justified by claiming that the Govijana Mandiraya was necessary to house the Parliamentary Oversight Committee. During this process, the then Prime Minister presented a cabinet paper, and shortly thereafter, the former Minister of Agriculture submitted another, revealing that cabinet approval had been obtained for this relocation. According to that decision, the government agreed to rent the building for a whopping 21 million rupees per month. This shocking revelation came to light during the investigations conducted by the Presidential Commission probing corruption from 2015 to 2018. Yet, the government's own valuation set the rent at only 13.5 million rupees per month, meaning they overpaid by an outrageous amount of 7.5 million rupees each month. To compound the issue, the agreement violated regulations that capped the rental period at just 3 years. Over the first 3 years alone, 756 million rupees was paid in rent at the rate of 21 million rupees per month. They even paid for an additional year and 4 months without ever utilizing the building. After the third year, the rent surged by another 15%. So, for the remaining 2 years, the total amount owed skyrocketed to approximately 579.6 million rupees. In the face of public outrage, efforts were finally made to relocate the office back to the Govijana Mandiraya on the 31st of January 2020. By that time, from January to August 2020, a staggering 28.05 million rupees had already been squandered on rent and service fees. Details of this financial mismanagement were exposed during the court meetings and by the Presidential Commission probing corruption. The overall expenditure incurred by the government for the Rajagiri building for the Ministry of Agriculture amounted to nearly 2.1 billion rupees. How significant is this waste? To put it in perspective, on the 29th of last month, the allocation for agriculture fertilizer subsidies for farmers was only 57 million rupees. The funds wasted on this agricultural building could have provided fertilizer subsidies 36 times over. Even more troubling, there was no legal approval from the Attorney General for the tax agreements linked to this building. This decision was made entirely outside the established government procurement process. Numerous technical and legal issues surrounding this building was uncovered by the Presidential Commission. Is that it? No. On the 21st of last month, the Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture revealed that a deposit of 670 million rupees held by the building's owner has still not been returned to the government. The total amount lost stands at 2.76 billion rupees. This could have provided fertilizer subsidies for 48,000 farmers. The leaders who misappropriated these substantial funds intended to aid our farmers do not deserve our respect. Yet, it is not the corrupt who bear the consequences of this waste. It is the people who struggle in silence. While farmers remain helpless, has the law been adequately enforced against those who have misused billions of public funds? Think about it.
The power of the people.